Sean bought their home in a revitalized neighborhood of San Diego, California, the place needed a lot of work. Now they're almost done, but finishing the job depends on whether they've already spent more than the house is worth. About this part of San Diego. What drew you guys here?
We love North Park. There's a softball field right across the street, and I love to play softball. Also, this is a redevelopment area. There's a bunch of new restaurants. It's very safe. I have a 21-year-old daughter. I'm not afraid to have her park her car and walk home.
What was it about this house?
We'd narrowed it down to a condo or this house, and Annie loved the condo because it was done. I wanted this because it was property. Tell what the house looked like.
Oh, it was a dump.
Really?
Inside it was a dump.
Well, no wonder she wanted the condo.
Yeah,
it was less money, and it was gorgeous.
Yes, it was just like
falling apart.
The walls, the floor was crooked.
You bought this house in 2003, and you paid $312,000 for it, but you dumped 78 grand more into improvements. So that means today your total investment in your home is $390,000.
Exactly.
Yep.
Why do you want to know what it's worth today?
We want to do a couple more things to the home. We didn't quite finish all our improvements.
I say it's worth what we put into it, $390,000.
Okay.
And I say no way. I say at best $360,000.
Well, you know, for both your sakes, I hope he's right.
I do too. Yeah. I've been telling my friends this will be the first time in 18 years that I hope I lose an argument. So we'll see about that.
North Park is just a wonderful community here in San Diego. I think some of the nicest features about it is its very mature landscaping, has a very strong sense of community. This neighborhood is just wonderful. It's gone over a lot of revitalization the last few years.
They spent $11,000 out here. They put a new roof on, which was essential. They painted it, even a nice new walkway.
Well, you know, this is money very well spent. I love the classic bungalow facade. The new roof will definitely add value. The walkway here is just spectacular. I think they could do a little bit more with the landscaping. One problem that I see is that this house borders right on an alley, and some buyers are just going to drive right by this house, and they're not even going to stop and take a look at it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, usually having a corner lot is a really good thing, but in this case, not so much. As you can see, it's not a very large home. It's only 730 square feet. I guess what we call in the industry as quaint or charming.
The size is definitely going to be a negative.
They spent about $7,500 in the living area. The first thing they had to do was a necessity. They had to try and even out the foundation, and it's still not right, but it's better than it used to be. Then they painted the walls, put in new carpet. They even installed a brand new sliding glass door that leads out to the patio.
Well, I love the sliding glass door. I think that just really expands upon the space and give it a nice airy feel to it. But clearly the floors are going to be an issue.
The big work was actually done in the kitchen. I mean, they did everything, top to bottom. They spent a total of $23,000.
Very nice job. I think the white color really makes the small space, you know, feel a little bit more open. I'm not so sure about the butcher block countertops, though.
Maybe a natural stone would have been better.
Yeah, I think the majority of buyers here in Southern California like maybe granite or a more harder surface, something that's a little bit easier to take care of, something that doesn't have to be replaced.
Now, there is one thing, though, that I think does not belong in the kitchen.
I think most buyers are really going to struggle with this, and I think there's probably a better location that this can be placed.
Well, here, let me show you why it's there. The reason the washer and dryer ended up in the kitchen is because this bathroom used to be the laundry room. When they bought this house, it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. They spent $6,500 converting the utility room into a second bathroom and then closing off the guest access to the master bathroom.
Well, the second bathroom is huge. I mean, this was money very well spent.
Yeah.
I really like the upgraded feel. The fixtures are new. The flooring looks very, very nice, and definitely a huge, huge improvement for the house.
Well, this is the master bedroom suite, and believe it or not, this room was even smaller.
Wow.
They had to spend $1,800 in here. Oh, they put some carpet down, but the big expense was actually reducing the closet size in order to make the room size bigger.
Ordinarily, I would say that making the closet smaller is a negative, but in this particular situation, I think actually that might be a positive because it does give the room a more spacious feel.
You'll also like what they did here with the master bath.
Spot tub is great. I also like the fixtures that they used in there. They did a great job and they made the most of a small space.
But making the most of a small space may still not be enough.
Some people are just not going to want to spend a lot of money on a house this small.
Annie and Sean want to keep renovating their San Diego, California home, as long as they haven't already put too much money into it.
I know you guys are super curious to find out what your house is worth, but more so, you're dying to know which one of you is right.
That's right.
Well, there's some great positives about your place. The location is just fabulous. You've done some wonderful upgrades throughout the home. Adding the second bathroom was huge.
However, it's not all good news. There's lots of little things that add up to be a problem, like your lack of privacy and the fact that you need a little bit more landscaping out front. Your countertop in the kitchen, it's wood, and it really should be a natural stone.
And then the washer and dryer really should be put someplace else.
Your biggest challenge, you can't do much about, it's the fact that you only have 760 square feet in your house. Some people are just not going to want to spend a lot of money on a house this small.
Annie says the house is only worth $360,000, while Sean is hoping to hear $390,000.
I've sharpened my pencil and I've come up with a number of where I would market your home today. Are you ready to know that number?
Yeah.
Dying.
If I were to market your home today, the price would be $395,000.
Mr.
High
Bear,
five.
you win. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh my God, thank God.
Congratulations, man. You guys did great.
You got a $5,000 profit, so I guess it pays for him to be right this one time.